Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another beautiful day in the beautiful life. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you are taking care of yourself because you are the most important investment. Oh my God, so many things, honestly. Where do I even begin? Well, let's begin with the breath. Taking the breath and cleansing the space. I think that's a good way to start. Isn't that how we start every day, every moment of the life? The breath. So important. So, I don't know. There's been like so many things coming to me within the past few days. And the first thing that I will start with is, I know in other videos I have mentioned the phone being a control agent. Actually, anything with a screen is a control agent. You know, at first you used the radios, you know, the radio. And then they just kind of upgraded technology to become more controlling. You see how everyone's addicted to this? You know, I saw this video, and I've mentioned in other videos that I have very interesting things enter like my feed on YouTube. You know, sometimes things I didn't think I was looking for would just appear in my feed, and profound can I speak? Profound messengers with messages will enter my feed. And in this one video, this one guy mentioned how back in ancient times, people would use black mirrors, you know, to enter like different dimensions and open different portals to contact different entities, you know. And if you look at these, it is literally a black mirror, and it's showing us different things, and we're tapping into different energies and entities, right? The black mirror. I think they used to use like a polished, maybe black kind of stone to create this effect, but now they're just putting it in our hands. The hands of children, the hands of adults, everyone is just kind of like, that's why get out in nature, guys. Get out in nature. You know, we spend too much time looking into this portal instead of being here now in the nature. You know, nature reminds us of our nature. You know, this is a spellcaster, honestly. Huge spellcaster. And then we get really like mesmerized at what's being reflected to us in the screen, you know, good or bad. And that's the thing, if you don't know how to discern and differentiate what is good and what is good for you and your soul and your evolution, then a lot of trash will come through. And we all know that the mind is a sponge. So whatever you are allowing yourself to be exposed to, and that's why you need to protect yourself, you know. A lot of people don't think about these things. Protect yourself. Discern. Discernment is necessary. Gatekeep. Like what you are allowing yourself to be exposed to. You know, down to the information that's coming through the black mirror. The entities that are trying to enter your psyche. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like, I mean, this might be... what is that called? I always do this. I can't think of the word. But, I mean, I feel like people who are more spiritually inclined and who are more aligned with themselves and everything that is divine spend a lot of time in nature. Spend a lot of time with themselves, you know? Anyways, this video, and as a disclaimer, I will again say that I am a very paradoxical multifaceted being, you know? You can't necessarily keep me constrained to one aspect of life because I'm constantly moving into different dimensions, honestly. It's funny, I've come across people, they say they can't figure me out. And it's because I'm a multifaceted, multidimensional traveler, you know? I don't keep myself boxed into one particular setting. I am open to all settings, you know? But this video is going to be about, I don't know, several things. Like, I guess what's at the forefront of my mind currently is how I am, or my priority in life is peace, but my priority in life is also freedom. You know, just breaking away from a lot of systems and beliefs and constructs that have been thrown upon us, you know? And it has me questioning a lot of things that have been going on socially. And I don't know. For me, it's just like a lot of things just don't make sense. Things don't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to blindly let the blind lead me. Yes. This is a complex topic. Where do I even start? Oh, okay, let's start with like, I think you guys know that like people use divisive tactics to get people to fight amongst each other. But who are you fighting, really? If you look at things, who are you fighting? You're fighting yourself, you know? When you could be using that energy to love yourself, love others, you know, consider yourself, consider others, respect yourself, respect others. Be understanding of yourself, be understanding of others, know yourself, know others, you know? So my whole thing is just like, why are you feeding into divisive tactics and strategies? I mean, before it was like, I want to say religion, which is still very prevalent. I look back at that shit and I just laugh. I'm like, okay, people are fighting over religion. Oh, okay. Oh, now they're fighting about their skin color. They're fighting about their caste. You know, like lower and higher class. You know, the caste system. They're fighting over that. Now we're fighting over male. I'm a male, you're a female. Let's fight. You know, but the madness, you know, and I'm just like, for me, I don't participate in it. It just, like for me, it's if you participate in that, you're actually perpetuating it. So for me to break the cycle, I just remove myself and I just watch the clown show because that's what it is. It's clown show. I don't know. If you want to do that, then go do that until like you realize that you're in a circus and you can remove yourself at any time, you know? So my whole thing is like, my priority is peace. My priority is liberating myself from all the ridiculousness that has been set forth upon us, you know? And I've been saying in other videos that everything is a story. I think that's how like information was passed down through ancient times, was like the word, you know, from mouth to ear, you know? And we've just been bombarded by so many different voices everywhere telling us what is going on. And I'm like, ugh. I don't know about you guys. I go through times where it's just like, I need to like literally fast from technology. Like, I can't. My mind will literally... It started with books, honestly. I went through a phase where I voraciously, like, consumed information from books. You know, to a point where it's like my brain... I've mentioned this in other videos. My brain just couldn't. It was just like, okay, like, like, I pick up a book. I got to a point where I picked up a book. I could read like maybe 3 sentences, and then my mind was just was like, I can't. Same with technology. It's getting to a point where it's just like, I can't, you know, like I don't. I think I mentioned in another video. I know I keep saying that, but seriously, I don't want to be like, oh, she's repeating herself. Yeah, I am repeating myself. And sometimes it would take me 3 to 5 days to finish one movie because my brain just didn't want to consume that information. Likewise with technology. It's like sometimes I can't even get through a YouTube video without glazing out, you know? And then it's like when I go back into nature, I feel so much better. I feel revitalized, I feel grounded, I feel aligned, I feel centered again. So it's just like, it's like if you listen to your body, it tells you what it doesn't want. You know, it's like, it'll literally, if you don't shut it down, it will shut it down for you. So it literally does not want to consume any more of the chatter, the stories of everyone else. It wants to get back to itself, you know, the origin, you know. And by sitting with yourself, by getting back to yourself, by listening to yourself, profoundly listening to yourself, you start distancing yourself from all the stories, and you get a bird's eye view of what's happening, you know. And you're just like, wow, okay, a lot of this is a lot of just nonsense, you know. It just keeps you bound to losing yourself. You know, all these people are lost, and and if you participate in it, you get lost in it too. It's just like, but once you distance yourself and you get a bird's eye view of things, you're just like, oh, okay, a lot of the stuff that these people are taking part in doesn't make sense. And it's very unhealthy, and it's very imbalanced, and, you know, I think that's the product of a lot of, like, mental issues, you know. What is a mental issue? Mental imbalances. Why is it imbalanced? Because you're just caught up in all this. When you distance yourself, you know, there's a freedom in that, you know. And not only that, you get back to your nature. You start seeing and hearing and feeling, perceiving everything more clearly. You're not stuck in this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're like above it. I have to use visuals. I think it sends the message home more. But what else? Yeah, like, I don't know. And that's why, like, for me, I just didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have children. You know, I'm looking at things from a soul perspective. A soul. What is the soul? The sun. And the sun is here, shedding light, right? I look at things from a soul perspective. You know, like, for me, it's all about soul. And, you know, like in other videos, I have also mentioned that I am in the world, but I certainly am not of it. You know, like, I'm unraveling and trying to work out all the kinks, the ancestral, and break the cycles, you know, so that I can be liberated, you know, and I can just sit here and just see things just as they are, you know. I'm not gonna, like, fool myself. I'm not going to pull the wool over my own eyes. I'm not going to gaslight myself. I'm not going to sabotage myself. I'm going to sit here peacefully and observe everything just as it is. And when you do that, man, you can see everything clearly. You can see why people do why people do the things they do, why people think the way they think, what vibrational level or energy that they are tuning into, and what they're emanating. You can see everything. Seriously. Just gotta return to yourself, you know? Return to yourself. Last year, I was put through, like, a bunch of circumstances that made me question just, like, relationships. You know, we have been sold a story that, you know, you're supposed to find one person. I'm just like, yeah, you are supposed to find one person, yourself. You know, I feel like when you get into a relationship, it's very codependent. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, I'm with you because you can do this for me, and you're with me because I can do this for you. And although that is not a bad thing, because, you know, we do need each other to, like, collaborate and cooperate in this whole scheme of things. It's like if you lose yourself to another person, that is the worst thing. That is the worst way to self-sabotage. Don't lose yourself. It's like you can still be in relationships with people, but don't lose yourself. Know yourself. Know your boundaries. Know your deal breakers. Know what you will tolerate, what you will not tolerate. Be firm. You know, be the gatekeeper. Be the self-regulator. Be the light. Be the dark. Be the feminine. Be the masculine. Be everything. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like everybody needs to go through different, like, variations of life until they get to a point where it's just like, okay, I realize what's going on. And until then, you just gotta let the children play. Let the children play. For me, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm working towards self-knowing and self-liberation, period. But yeah, a lot of people, you know, life hasn't been easy. A lot of people can't understand where I'm coming from, so it's been like see, the thing is, I don't think I ever was fighting myself. I think I was being myself. But the way society has been constructed, people had me second guessing myself because they didn't even know who they are. Now I'm just like, no, I'm not going to let you do that to me again. I'm not going to be bound by your spells, by your limitations, by your traumas and your mental constructs. But I can see that you're doing that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I don't know if this video made sense, but I hope you're having a beautiful day. And I feel like this video was so fragmented because there were like so many topics that I wanted to talk on today. I wanted to talk about like portals by using black mirrors. You know, you're accessing entities, you know, and if you're not aware, you could be letting dark entities through. That could totally affect your psyche and the way you operate, the way you perceive, you know. Also, I was talking about liberation and divisive tactics. What else? Just keep being you, guys. Give yourself the time to be more of you. And you certainly can't be more of you when you are entrenched in other people's realities. What I mean by that, when you go to work, you're building someone else's dream. You know, they got you stuck on, oh, be an entrepreneur. Okay, you know, do you realize what entrepreneurism like entails? Like, you're sacrificing your whole fucking life and your time to build up a business that is temporary. Because think about it, you can't take that shit with you when you die, you know, but you're gonna waste all your time and energy and attention trying to build up a very temporary scheme, you know, which takes you further from knowing yourself. I mean, it certainly gets you heavily enmeshed in the world. Marriages, especially for women, we are agreeing to enter into narcissistic unions. Because most men are emotionally immature. I'm going to be honest. Most men are emotionally immature and they just want a mommy to marry to do everything for them. I'm sure there are mature males out there, but, you know, for the most part, I want to say 90% are very immature, you know, and they just want to trick women into agreeing, into a contractual agreement to be basically servants, you know? Because I don't know if you guys notice, and this is just from my tiny perspective, but... And I'm not trying to, like, create a divisive storyline here, but for aeons, under this patriarchal system, women have been literally suppressed, mistreated, abused, and used as creation agents, you know, but then not being treated well. You know, I feel like the woman is sacred and she should be protected, but I don't know, the way they're portraying us, it's like we're like womanizers or we're like prostitutes. It's like, no, we are sacred. But the men have created a story to make women look like they are not that. It's like we are sacred, you know, and then we have a lot of wisdom. We also have the nurturing instinct in us to like bring life. We bring life. We bring love, you know. I don't know. It's like really deep stuff to really think about, guys. Just think about it. Just sit back and be like, let me think about what's being said here, you know. No. Anyways, I'm going to end it because I could probably talk for another, I don't know, hour. I hope you're doing well. Dude, take care of yourself. Give yourself time. You know, they're like trying to fragment our attention and time so that we can't know ourselves. Take your time and attention back. Gift yourself your time and attention, because you are the most valuable thing ever, you know? No, it's just like they make us have families, and what does, you know, when you have families, it's just like your energy, time, and attention gets fragmented towards caring for the children, caring for the household, getting the house, taking care of it. Dude, take it back. Take your time and attention back if you can. That is, I feel like that's your most valuable and priceless commodity. Nobody can put a price tag on that. Anyways, I'm going to stop. Blessings to one and all. Amen.